going on a drug run with a bunch of kids there seems very irresponsible to me.
Hi, I'm Tava Smiley for Fox Movie Channel, here in New York City for the world premiere of the 20th Century Fox release, The Sitter. Jonah Hill plays Noah, a suspended college student living with his mom, who reluctantly takes a job babysitting 3 of the world's worst kids. Soon the group becomes entangled with 2 psychotic drug dealers, and an unforgettable overnight adventure through the streets of New York City ensues. The Sitter is a raucous and irreverent comedy about the world's worst babysitter. And like the main character in the film, the filmmakers refuse to follow convention when telling their tale. We asked the cast and crew about the process of making a comedy that breaks all the rules.
You just gotta understand that what you're making, you can't waver from how dirty or crazy it is what you're making. You gotta just make, if you're gonna make something hardcore, you have to go for it 1000%.
Well, that's the fun of it for me, and I think that's what comedy can kind of thrive on, is not following necessarily the formulas and the cliches of comedy, but like we added a lot of action, we added a lot of kind of surreal absurdity, we added a lot of drama, so, you know, things that comedic movies don't always hang their hat on, we took pride in and put together a great soundtrack and went to technical lengths to make the movie, you know, something a little special for us all.
I'm scared, Noah!
I don't know how much is rule breaking and how much are just people being really creative, but this was such a collaborative experience that no one's roles were so defined so that they couldn't interact in all other parts, whether it was Jonah being a star, but also producing, and director being the writing, and all of us improvising, and the writers coming up with stuff. It's like everyone's sort of playing around to like just have a good time, and it's everyone sort of throwing out ideas as much as possible, and I always think that's sort of the best way to make a film anyway.
Well, David's really into improv, so he really gave the cast like free rein to do whatever came naturally to them, and I think it adds a realism and a naturalism to the movie.
You know what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm not a real babysitter. Shocking.
How did you work with the cast in order to break with convention and what the characters would say and do?
Well, I use the screenplay as like kind of an architecture for it, and then I get kids to be kids and Jonah to be Jonah times 10, and we kind of see what happens. And we just, you know, we play a lot of games on set and in rehearsals, and we roll a lot of film and let the actors loose on these characters.
David's just one of my best friends. He's such a great guy. I look up to him and respect him as a guy. I don't know, I just listened to him. He was the leader, you know?
I like your style, you dig? I appreciate that, thank you. If we ever need a crazy white boy to roll with us one day, I'm gonna call you.
I like this director so much because there's times where he says, okay, forget about the script, just do it. And you get to go on these rants and basically bring your true self in front of that camera, and when it works real good, but when it bombs, oh boy.
Can I help you?
I'm just waiting for somebody.
No. It starts at audition. When I auditioned for David, he had me go through the script, and he said, okay, put the script down, and I want you to do this, 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 and this. Go for it.
David is such a laid-back, creative spirit, and he was so encouraging of me and of all of us to play around and add stuff, to rewrite stuff, to come in with ideas. Comedy is subjective, and I think the more voices sometimes you have playing around with that, the better, and he certainly was fantastic and just ran a really fun set.
Where's Rodrigo?
I don't know, I guess he left.
That's an incredible observation, Slater. Where did he go?
I don't know.
Got you, you little bastard.
When you're making a comedy that's breaking the rules, how do you know when you've gone too far?
When people stop laughing and have that disgusted look on their face like, no. You know, that SMH, I think that's what the kids call it, SMH.
What's SMH?
Shaking my head.
You can feel it, usually. You can feel it with the dead silence in the room.
The director will reel you back, you know, but you just go for it. And then you worry about the rest later.
If I'm making Alex laugh and Alex is making me laugh, I think we're probably hitting the right tone. So, yeah, it's just about making each other laugh and cry and all those things that you want to do at a movie.
I don't think you can go too far. I think you know when it works. When you know when you see 40 bodybuilders all greased up and beating a minivan with sledgehammers, that you're doing something right.
Based on what the cast and crew had to say, they had a lot of fun breaking the rules, making this unconventional comedy. For Fox Movie Channel, I'm Tava Smiley. See you next time.